Here's about families that are emotional vampires and mothers that scream. You're going to hear them in the background. These are people, I live with some like them. They're just plain mad. They live for the moment. They constantly want to argue. They never stop. Usually the female is all pissed off and yelling at the dude. Dude sits there, takes it. And that's how it works. And then it gets a little emotional and screaming in the background. Always got something to say, and then it gets angry, and they yell at each other. And I had to wait till they went away. Thank you. Alright. Anyway, we all have emotional vampires. You know, you have a friend of yours that every time you see him, you know, he kind of takes your energy away, or you get sick. You run home and puke, or let's see, you get dizzy, sick, lay down, puke for a few hours, and wonder why. It almost feels like a withdrawal symptom. If you're an ex-addict, you would know what I mean. Anyway, you don't have to put up with this. Just avoid the confrontation. Don't come up to you and try to argue. You don't want to do it. Don't engage in the argument.
I know, I forgot to grab
causes problems every single time. You engage in the argument, and guess what? You're the sick one. Later on, I have a couple here doing the same thing right now. They are arguing away. I think you know the type I'm talking about. When you get home from work, they're the ones that argue for an hour or two before they go lay down. Or the type that argue for an hour or two when they wake up in the morning. Then, let's see, that just feeds each other's fire. They're both drained, both upset, both emotional, and both pissed off for the day, which causes negative energy. We do not need this. This causes a bad day, correct? We work on good vibes, good days, wake up, so avoid the whole confrontation. You get up, walk the other way, and don't allow them to push your buttons. I mean buttons like only family members can do. You know, they come up and they poke you just to piss you off, and it's the one thing that they know they can do. And guess what? You get mad, and then you piss them off, and then they feed you back. It's a never-ending thing, and you both are just throwing your lives back and forth. Big old waste of energy and emotion, and you can put it out there for good. Yeah, see, it's just arguing in the background. It keeps interrupting my video, but my point being, you can hear a kid screaming, mom yelling, and they thrive off it daily. This is what I see from them, and I recognize it family after family after family. Parents don't realize that they cause it. They'll go in and pick on their kid, tell them what they can't do, what they can't do, what they can't do. In all reality, they should just give them a list of what they could do, and it would be a lot less to worry about, right? Correct? Okay. Then they're not mad at their children. They can't feed off the energy of the children crying because they're not allowed to do what they want to do. And then mom grounds them because they argue. It's all a big never-ending story. Avoid all confrontation. You won't get sick. If you're listening to the confrontation, don't absorb it. Let it pass through you. It can be done. I get caught up with it sometimes. It makes me sick. But there are other times where I'm allowed to pass it through. I take all their negative energy, replace it with good. By the time they walk away, they're smiling. And I don't know, sometimes I expel it other ways instead of puking. I'm still trying to figure out where that went. One step at a time. I myself stayed with a family that was a little bit mad. From sun up to sundown, arguing is all they did. They thrived on it. They woke up in the morning, he says, all right, get in the shower, get your breakfast, get your stuff, gotta go to school. This is a daily routine. Kid knows he has to do it, but daddy has to yell at him just to be a jerk. Kid be's rebellious, doesn't want to have to do it. So then they're arguing. Kid slows down, doesn't want to go to school. Guess what? Kid's late for school. Big problem, argument for the day, grounded kid, so forth and so on. And then guess what? They got their negative energy for the day. They fed each other's fire. That's not cool. Negative. We have to work on this. If your kids aren't listening, don't make them mad. Don't yell at them. Try another way. Try another approach. Because if you're feeding their fire and making them angry, you're sucking their batteries. Not cool. Yes, I know you know what I mean. That one person that gets up in your face and screams, and says, more, more. And you're just like, what? And then you give them more, and guess what? It gets worse and worse. They're just building up. You don't want to give them all that energy of yours. You just say, okay, walk away. Shut them down before they get started. They won't know what to do, and they'll be starving for energy, and they'll go elsewhere to get their power. After you do this enough times to the people that suck you dry, you'll notice that they'll start to disappear. Your frequency level has changed. You're not allowing them to suck you dry. Your vibration level has come up. All those people that sucked you dry suddenly just disappear. Not coincidental. This is the way it works. Try to remove all argument, anger, dissension from your life. Your vibration levels will change. The people you see will change. Your life will change. Mine is slowly doing it. I'm taking my time, being as patient as possible. But we learn patience, correct? I mean, these are people that drain you. You can call them emotional vampires. You can call them whatever you want. Basically, they're empaths also, but they're sucking your energy dry. And they're not good. They're more towards the evil side. They like the negative vibes. They thrive off of it. Mosquitoes. I'm getting eaten. Florida for you. Anyway, I hope this video helps you in your situation. Maybe one day you'll see someone else in a situation and you can pull them out of that emotional vampire state, or somebody just sucking them dry of their positive energy and thriving off the negative. You know as well as I do, when someone comes up and gives you a hug, they're giving a hug. When y'all give each other a hug, you're charging. Someone will come up and take a hug from you, and it drains you. I've had it happen. It makes me sick. And then I'm not giving, I'm being taken from. It's not reciprocated both ways. I've noticed when two people that are empaths or healers, whatever you want to call it, come up and willingly give each other hugs, it's very charging and light. It gives you like a jolt of energy like you don't believe. And if one person goes up with the intentions of taking power and the other one's giving, give me a hug, and you're not giving the hug, you're stealing their power, not willingly. They're not trying to give it to you, you're trying to take it. That's not nice. So if you go up and try to give somebody a hug and they say no, don't be offended. It might affect them. Now, a lot of parents end up being emotional vampires because they have no clue that they were empaths in a sense, or they were too young to realize what they were, that they fed off of other people's energies, that they were able to heal, feel, any of those type of things that us angels, earth angels, indigos, whatever you title yourself, you know what you are, and you know how you're affected by people. I don't avoid people. I like to contact with people, but I don't like negativity. The first sign of negativity, I'm gone. I like to be around people because I like to help all the time, and I always spot it in an instant. But you got to be careful what you put yourself into, because sometimes it's pretty sickening. See, I run sometimes 2-3 days on, 1 day off, naturally, no drugs needed, wired all the time. Absorb, expel, pass out for a day sick maybe, and then recover. That's how my body works. If you're the same or even similar, you probably maybe even didn't even know that this is a cycle, but hopefully this will help a couple people that are in the same situation as me and wonder why they've been secure in there all their life without drugs, feeling like you're going through withdrawals. You're getting sucked dry by somebody. You'll notice that person that says, hey, you know, I had this happen to me, and I had that happen to me, and I had this happen to me, and they're telling you all about themselves, and you give them one inkling of your day, and they don't want to hear what you have to say. They still want to tell you what they had happen to them. Well, they're not trying to help. They're trying to dump all their crap on you, which is good, but you have to be aware of it. Otherwise, they're going to steal your good energy. Hopefully this video helps a couple of y'all out there that don't understand why you're getting sick in the times that you do. And this took me a little while to put together, but I've noticed a pattern on single family homes without a father. The mother seems to pick on the child, not intentionally, but there's no man figure around, so the child seems to eat all the blunt of the matter. This is how it seems to work. But if you're aware of it, you can avoid the whole situation and not let it affect you, or at least tone it down a little bit. Hope it's helped you. Maybe I've answered a couple questions, helped me along my way. Maybe it'll help you along your way. You won't be as sick as I've gotten. Good luck.